One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Hey, what's going on, Jabroskis? Welcome to our live video of a SpaceX Starlink launch. We're back to the Starlink launches because SpaceX got their Crew 2 launch out of the way. Just out of the way, as if we weren't excited for it. Just get it out of the way. We want to see Starlink, right? Says nobody, but we do want to see Starlink. That's why we're all here. So welcome to the show. Let's go ahead and muster up. Where you from? What you munching on or sipping on? Cheers to those of you who have an eccentric mug. Delicious. New Jersey's the first thing I saw. Joey with his gold bar. Thank you, mods, for modding. I appreciate every single one of you. And thank you, eccentric members and patrons who are tuning in. Jonathan Kish, thank you for modding, bro. From Kevin's basement. Hey, I locked you down there for a reason. Get off the internet. Hogging all the bandwidth. Jared H., Sydney, Australia, Oregon, New York, Idaho, popcorn. I'm guessing that's what you're eating. But if you're from there, that's interesting. Ohio, what's up, neighbor? Of course, I'm Kevin coming to you from Ohio. Shout out to anyone who is Eastern time or more Eastern than Eastern time because it's getting late. Those of you on the West Coast, you have it kind of easy tonight, but that's okay. From Kansas, Justin DeLong, Washington State, Wisconsin. Love your cheese, brah. And Missouri, Ohio, and California. What's going on? So SpaceX has started their live stream. Okay, so we're on target for launch, and it is an instantaneous window, so they got to launch on time. Okay, and they're at T-minus 10 minutes exactly now. Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and pull it up. We don't need to do big screen yet, but I'll have it on standby on my second screen here. If I can click the right one, come on, you noob. Display one big. Okay, we got it ready to go. So, this is a Starlink mission. They're 25th overall, 24th if you want to count only the newest version of Starlink. And the rocket's looking really smoky right now. Don't worry, everything's nominal. That's supposed to happen. All right, and this is the 7th launch for this booster. The record that SpaceX has is 9, so it is an experienced booster, but it's not the most experienced. Just so we're all on the same page. Yeah, hey, Raj, you got to get the Cybertruck. Actually, I'm glad you brought that up because I will talk about that here in a second. But before we do, we'll talk more about the mission. They are gonna land the booster on the drone ship. I think it's I just read the instructions this time out in the Atlantic Ocean, so that will happen about 8.5 minutes after liftoff. So 16-17 minutes from now. That's the really exciting part. And then about an hour after liftoff, SpaceX will deploy their 60 Starlink satellites that will contribute to their constellation that's over 1,300 now, probably closing in on 1,400 after this one. And then once they hit 1,500, they're going to start lowering that altitude to, I think, around like 200 kilometers, if my math is somewhat accurate. That way they can get that latency down, that speed up, and also get that reflection down too, so the astronomers quit bitching. Not that they don't have the right to. All right. So, some sad news today, Mkai. Sad news. Let me get the Mr. Miyaski out here. Or no, it's not Miyaski. I'm thinking of the wrong movie. Mr. Mackey. Sad news today, Mkai. Ooh, Jesse's hosting. Hello, Jesse. We'll go big screen. Michael Collins passed away, if you haven't heard. Michael Collins was the third Apollo astronaut on the Apollo 11 mission that Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin were also on to land on the moon for the very first time. Michael Collins was the command module pilot who stayed in lunar orbit while Neil and Buzz were on the lunar surface. He passed away today at the age of 90. I think the youngest living Apollo astronaut right now is 85. There's a few of them that are 85. So it's kind of sad to think about. Like, and probably a good bet is, hopefully not, but a good bet is probably in like 15 years we won't have any more Apollo astronauts alive, which is kind of depressing to think about. So Godspeed, Michael Collins. Thanks for inspiring us all. Not just a national treasure, but just a world treasure. Yeah, let me pull this over here really quick. Here's a list of all the Apollo astronauts, and Buzz is still alive and kicking. David Scott's still up there. Charlie Duke, good old Charles. He's one of the younger ones, as well as Schmidt, the first scientist in space. Actually, he was a geologist. Do you call them scientists? I don't know. It's debatable. Frank Borman, he's one of my faves as well. He's still kicking. Everyone loves Jim Lovell. Bill Anders, Tom Stafford, Fred Hayes, another Apollo. All the Apollo 13 astronauts are still kicking. It's awesome. And Ken Mattingly, who was supposed to be an Apollo 13 astronaut, but was not, because they thought he'd get the measles. Anyway, I love the Apollo era. Before SpaceX came along and started dropping jaws, I was a real student of learning Apollo era history. Dang it, I paused it on accident. Now I got to rewind it and make sure we're live. There we go. Alfred, what's up, dude? Good to see you here. Hellfire Orbital, thanks for modding, brah. Ryan Ritter, thank you, you too. Your gold bar. Okay, so yeah, Cybertruck, really quick. So I told you guys, if you've been following the channel for a while now, that I've wanted a Tesla for years now, just because I'm a huge fan of rapid acceleration. Like, it's always been my dream to own a golf cart on steroids, which is basically a Tesla, only a lot nicer looking and a lot more expensive. And so I've been saving up for a Tesla since like 2017. But when the Cybertruck got revealed, I was like, that's what I want, because I do need a truck really bad. So my savings turned into Cybertruck savings. But I never really thought I'd be able to get one because Teslas aren't cheap, and it takes a lot of savings. And you know, the wait list for them is so long. It's crazy. But through blessings from you guys, we did have a Tesla fund going on there for I think one live stream, and just I guess decent money management. I've been able to save enough where I was comfortable with putting a reservation down. It's a fully refundable $100 reservation, but I got the balls to do it, and I did that a few days back. So I got my Cybertruck reservation. I'll probably receive it in 2026 because I'm so late. But at least I'm on the list. I'm pumped though. Hopefully my car survives that long, because my car could crap out any day. If so, it needs to last a few more years. Otherwise, I might have to go with like a Honda Ridgeline until the Tesla Cybertruck actually arrives at my door. Hopefully it doesn't arrive at my door. At my driveway would be better. There goes the strong back pulling away slightly from the Falcon 9 booster. That's Terminal 2. You don't want your rocket to hit the launch tower. That wouldn't be good, although it would be an exciting show. Yeah, the Cybertruck, I'm going with the single motor, the cheapest version I can possibly get of Cybertruck, because that's how I roll. Cheap. Yeah, that's how I like it. I wish I was getting the tri-motor. That'd be awesome. But I don't got that Tim Dodd money, okay? And the lawyer wife won't share hers. Nothing. You heard nothing. She's watching Forgetting Sarah Marshall downstairs. So if my bandwidth starts lagging, it's her fault. All right. Hey, Eric Beavers. What's up, man? This is for the Tesla, not a new pirate hat. Dang it. All right. There it comes earmarked. I gotcha. Thanks, man. Eric Beavers is a huge supporter of the channel, and I can't thank him enough for all he's done for the channel, man. Thank you so much. It's very kind of you. Little bro, hey, Crow Productions. Just have Elon send me one. Trust me, I tried that, little bro. he didn't even like give me the courtesy of an insult. Like, how dare you beg? He just ignored me. But people have tried to ask Elon for free Teslas before, and he's made it perfectly clear that he doesn't even get free Teslas, which makes sense. You don't want to take from your own stock, because then you lose revenue. So he's a charitable guy, but come on, can't expect him to do that. 2-minute warning. Turn the volume up slightly, and we'll turn it up even more once this thing gets closer. Do I think Starship will fly tomorrow? And if so, do you think it will land?
That LOX load is now complete.
All right, good. We're still progressing. It is an instantaneous launch window, so they have to launch it on time or it's going to get scrubbed. But that ain't going to happen. Not on my watch, because there's nothing I can do about it. Starship, I was saying earlier this week with my members that I don't think it's going to launch before Thursday or Friday. I'm kind of thinking Friday now, but there's a possibility. The rumor was that the FAA had approved the flight, but last I checked today, they still hadn't done that. So just to clarify, the FAA, I guess, still hasn't approved. They're still investigating the SN11 explosion is what I've been hearing. I can't confirm any of that because I've been really busy today and I hadn't had time to do any of that. Tomorrow is my big research day. But yeah, just keep an eye out. Make sure your notifications are on for the channel. So if they do end up launching Starship tomorrow, I will go live for it, so you get that notification. Okay.
Stage 2, press for flight.
Falcon 9, Starlink, LD is go for launch.
And a great call out. We are go for launch here shortly, meaning all systems are ready for T0.
T-minus 30 seconds.
All right, there you
At
go.
T-minus 30 seconds, let's listen into the terminal count and watch as Falcon 9 takes our stack of Starlink satellites out into space.
My mods are saying it's looking like Friday, but the weather's not looking that great, so it
T-minus
might be
15
next
seconds.
week.
Falcon 9 is configured for flight.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition and liftoff. Godspeed, Apollo 11 microfinal Collins. May the pursuit of exploration live on.
Vehicle's pitching downrange.
Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
Getting harder to hear the rocket now, and they're going to start commentating. So if you want to hear them, just turn their volume up if you have multiple tabs open or monitors like I do. So they're coming up on max Q. Basically, that's just when the speed of the rocket meets the dense part of the atmosphere and it comes to a head, and it puts the most pressure on the vehicle on the nose cone. So they throttle it back down a little bit, decrease that acceleration. Then once they get through that pressure, they increase the throttling back up. Paul Norwood, you need Bezos type money for that Cybertruck. Yeah. Do you think if I emailed Jeff Bezos and was like, hey man, can I get a grant? Because I want to buy one of Elon's cars. You think he would go for it? Interesting idea. I don't know if he'd approve. Ooh, some of you are watching from Florida, luckies. I should probably jump on a plane and go see Starship, or at least a launch while I can still get on planes before they start making us use like passports or something, vaccine passports. Not that I'm an anti-vaxxer, I'm just anti-making people show their health credentials to get on planes. That's messed up, bro. Look at that plume expand as the atmosphere thins. It's beautiful. That's like the best thing about night launches. They're hard to see, but obviously fire and light's pretty easy to see at night. It's pretty awesome. But the best times for launches are right before or I guess right after sundown. So like the sun's below the horizon, but its rays are still skimming off the upper regions of the atmosphere, so that light reflects off the plume, and it really looks awesome, especially during stage separation, which is what we're about to see right here. There goes the first stage, and the second stage, Merlin is about to light up. Do it. Oh yeah. You might see a ring on the right-hand side fly off. There it goes. That's just for structure stability purposes. No harm there. Ooh, that's pretty on the left-hand side. Looky there. Looks like they have some infrared going on, maybe. Or maybe those are just like white hot titanium grid fins. Whoa! Oh, there go the fairings. That wasn't what I was wooing about, but that's still really cool. It's not like I wasn't expecting that. I kind of was. What I was wooing about was Norm Van Duker, who has an awesome name. I was going to say what do you call that? Three name? I don't know. It's German. It's Norm Van Duker. I don't know if it's German. I'm just guessing. Thank you so much for that hefty tip. You are so generous, and I don't deserve that. Going to the Cybertruck fund. So I still got ways to go, but we're working at it. Thank you guys. You guys are so awesome. I love you. I love you. You make me feel all warm inside, warm and soft, like a s'more. I had a campfire last night, and I was wearing my hat, and I can smell the campfire still on my hat. I should probably wash it. I've never washed it. It's kind of gross. It probably looks dirty too. That's just how I roll. I'm a dirty human being. No, this is getting weird, Kevin. Quit droning on. Yeah. See what they're talking about. Really.
First stage is called the landing burn, and this is where a single engine, the center engine, will reignite and bring the vehicle speed down rapidly in order to touch down on that drone ship. As a reminder, we are attempting to land on Just Read the Instructions tonight. And those M1D engines do have a thrust of 190,000 pounds, so that lighting up that one single engine slows the entire vehicle down just enough to touch down on that drone ship.
Okay, so apparently a good strategery is to put your hat in the dishwasher, not the washing machine. I was going to take it outside, throw it on the ground, and spray it with the hose. That's how I was going to do it. Maybe take some like dishwasher. Maybe I could use dishwasher soap, some I I want to say maybe I could just use shampoo. Just dump some shampoo on it and spray it with the garden hose, or run the sprinkler system. Personally, I love the smell of smoke, but I also love the smell of me after I work out. But some reason the lawyer wife makes me take a shower after. I don't understand it. Something about having good hygiene, I just
Again,
don't
Starlink
get.
satellites are going to a LEO orbit, or low Earth orbit, about 550 kilometers above the Earth's surface. Now, most satellites are at 36,000 kilometers, or in a geo or geostationary orbit.
We're supposed to get a bunch of polar
We are
orbits this
just
summer
about
from
roughly
Vandenberg.
30 seconds away from that entry burn beginning.
Left-hand side is the entry burn for the first stage. Should be
On
lighting
your
up
left-hand
here.
screen, there is the first stage. It is a little dark. You can see some glimpses of the nitrogen gas burst that you see there.
Hopefully it didn't forget to
Stage
light
1,
up.
FTS is safe.
Stage 1 entry burn.
And you can see on your left-hand screen, the entry burn has begun as those 3 engines light up that view for us. This entry burn will last about 20 seconds long.
Stage 1 entry burn shut down.
And that concludes
Stage 2 continues to follow a nominal trajectory.
the entry burn, and then we also got to call out that stage 2 is still nominal. The next event coming up will be in about a minute from now. That'll be the landing burn, the start of the land.
Yeah. What I was going to say is, so those grid fins you saw on the left-hand side of your screen there, those are about the size of a smart car. They're made out of titanium. It's a single cut piece. It's like the biggest in the world. Well, until super heavy grid fins started coming around, but I don't know if those are made of titanium. I would think they are. Before that, they were made of aluminum, but they had to switch them over because they weren't as reusable because, you know, they already have that honeycomb shape. But if you also rewind the video, I wouldn't do it now because we're about to see the landing on the drone ship. But it does build up heat before the reentry burn starts because of the friction with the atmosphere. And it actually would burn holes through that honeycomb structure back when they were aluminum. So they switched them to titanium so they could reuse them more. Fun fact for the day.
So away from that landing burn beginning on the first stage. Stage 2 still looking good.
Keep an eye on that speed in the left-hand corner of the screen.
Stage 1 landing burn.
The landing burn has begun. Let's watch and see if this Falcon 9 can land on our drone ship. Just read the instructions.
Oh, I think it can. It
And
thinks
a
it can.
really cool onboard view.
Stage 1 landing leg deploy.
Do it. Do it now.
And there you
Stage
can
1
see
landing
the first stage Falcon 9 has landed for its 7th time. This marks our 81st successful recovery of an orbital class rocket, and again the 7th flight and 7th landing of this booster. And then we heard a good call out for SECO. That's second engine cutoff.
Nominal parking orbit insertion.
And a good orbital insertion.
Signal, Cape.
Now stage 2 is going to coast in this orbit for the next 35 minutes or so.
Okay. So now the coasting begins as the second stage prepares to release its 60 Starlink satellites. Yeah, those clouds did look awesome. I love that first person, or it's not a person. It's a first rocket cam. First person cam on the booster there as it's coming in for a landing, man. And those clouds, holy jeez, I wanted to lick them. They were so awesome looking, man. Ooh, space debris floating away. Love it. Love that microgravity action. Speaking of things floating around, there's a bug in here. Someone's leaving the doors open. Must be the dogs. Ooh, speaking of the dogs, I have the doggo cam running. I should get them in here. Oh, sorry. I probably did that right into my mic. Forgot I was on. Doggos, come here. The audience is now deaf. Where you at? Don't be shy. Here they come. I hear them plonking around. Oh no, my camera froze up. That's why I can hear them in the room but don't see them. Gosh darn it, you stupid piece of junk webcam that I bought cheaply because we already established I'm cheap. Hey, we got to see your booty. Come back in here. Here he comes to wreck the day. Hi, goof. Where's your brother? Say going up the stairs is too much effort for him, isn't it? Yeah. He takes after his dad. Gosh, your breath smells. You need a Tic Tac. You need a Tic Tac. You want a Tic Tac? Tic Tac? Tic Tac? Okay, go away. Go away. Good boy. You're a good boy. To clarify, looks like Starship launch is going to happen if we're lucky on Friday, but nothing's been confirmed yet. Because of weather, it could very well be pushed to next week. So just keep your Space Eccentric notifications on YouTube, because once we do have confirmation of an actual launch date or day, I will put a live video link up, because I don't have like other social media anymore, like Twitter or anything. I got rid of all that junk. So if you want to follow me extra, just hit the notification bell and hit all. Otherwise, you can just keep an eye on it yourself by just Googling, or you can go to like Spaceflight Now and keep an eye on it that way as well. Well, so there was something else I was gonna say. I'm gonna actually call it there so I can go hang out with the LW a little bit tonight before I go to bed. She just screamed no, but I want to watch the movie too. I'm actually really tired, so I spent all day making a video, literally all day making a video for members and patrons that I'm going to release this weekend. It's exciting stuff. You don't want to miss it. If you're not a member, consider it. I know times can be tough for some people, but if you got a little extra cash, go ahead and sign up. Things are fun, but they're going to get even more exciting as the summer progresses, especially for members. But you all have a wonderful evening. You're almost through the work week. Keep at it. All right, you're almost there. You can do it. You can do it. And if you can't, just quit your job. Just be homeless. They have it nice, I guess. It's free rent. Those street corners. I don't know. I wouldn't do it. No, just don't quit your job. All right, don't actually do it. But yeah, have a great rest of your week. Now we're getting some super chats. Hold on, we got a new member. I gotta mention those. Nat H, welcome to the Eccentric fam, brah. You won't regret it, and if you do, cancel anytime. Dime Z Recon B4. Buy a better movie for lawyer wife like John Wick. Oh, good call, dude. I've been itching. Oh, there's the other doggo. Bye. I've been itching to rewatch one of the John Wick movies lately. Man, that might just be the trigger that needed pulling for me to actually go pop that Blu-ray in. Yeah, I have them on Blu-ray because I'm that big of a fan. And I have some of them also on 4K too, because I got a new TV a few months back, and I was like, the first movie I thought of was, I need John Wick on 4K. Dude, if you haven't seen John Wick, Keanu Reeves is my spirit animal, dude. He's such a good dude, and he's a badass. Like, legit training. Hey, buddy. Oh, God. The microphone came out of nowhere. But Forgetting Sarah Marshall's a good movie. It's hilarious. I mean, you can't even really... It's not even really a chick flick. It's straight up legit funny. So that's how we named Kunu. Didn't we, Kunu? We named you after Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Kunu. It's Hawaiian. It means Chuck. And apparently that scene's on right now, says the lawyer wife. You want to recite it for us word for word? Don't. That'll be embarrassing. But good call, Dime. And thank you again for all the super chats, guys, and membering up. Like Brian Newton just did. He became a new Eccentric member. Good stuff. If you want to learn how to do that, you just hit the join button or check out the links in the description below. Kunu. Oh, does that have some cool Hawaiian meaning? It means Chuck. Paul Rudd's the best, man. Besides Keanu Reeves. All right, it's close, but Keanu Reeves wins. All right, you guys have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you, if not tomorrow for the Starlink launch, which probably not, on Friday for Friday's episode. I'll be there, you be there. Until that time, Godspeed.